I Shalawamakiam, Wa'akwathiam Kal Halayim, Wahata Pa'avat La, Abanawa Yahawah, Bahashem Shal, Malak YAHAWAHI, Bahashem Shalha, Vakakwadash, La Walam Yam, Wa'adayam. All praises and the glory to our Father Yahweh. In the name of King YAHAWAHI, in the name of the Holy Spirit forever and always. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that rule well. Much love to you brothers all around the earth, out on the highways and byways. Right out on the front lines of this spiritual war, helping seal the 144,000. HaBayashal Dawada, the house of David, and we pray to be part of that number. Yahweh is our Lord willing. Much love to the helpers and friends of the prophets of the men and women that are going to be part of the 144,000 and the 1/3. And much love to the 1/3 Israelites scattered all around the earth, the great multitude that scattered amongst the heathen nations, and even look just like these other heathen nations where they have been scattered to, and don't have the typical Israelite appearance, but they still go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the holy royal chosen seed line, who the kingdom of heaven, salvation, the covenants, promises, blessings, and everlasting life is only for. And much love to the 1/3 women and children that are going to receive salvation through a man of the Lord. And this video is titled, Hunting Season is About to Begin. Fishing season is just about over. The 144,000 is just about sealed, if not completely sealed already. And like how it says in 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, Yahweh said that he would no longer hold his tongue concerning their Yahweh said in 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, that he would no longer hold his tongue concerning their wickedness. Yeah, so we've been speaking for a long enough time. The elders and apostles have been going strong for 30 years. You have the elders on down, the Akim on down, that have been teaching for a good amount of time. So now it's time for judgment. This word has gone off for long enough. Now judgment is about to come. And the same way Esau is the battle axe of Yahweh by Shemeshah on the left-hand side, we're the whipping stick of Yahweh by Shemeshah on the right-hand side. Yup. And now we're about to get busy. Yahweh by Shemeshah is about to avenge us, and he's going to put his anger and his spirit inside of us. Yeah, so we're going to be doing some crazy damage very soon. Because as angry as we are, really, we're not even angry enough. Because even though we know a lot of Esau's wickedness and the wickedness of these heathens, we don't even know exactly everything they're doing. We only see what gets revealed on TV and what gets revealed on the media. But there's a lot of stuff that never makes it on camera. Esau's doing a whole lot of wickedness behind closed doors in these undisclosed locations, Bohemian Grove, deep underground military bases. So can you imagine what Yahweh by Shemeshah and the angels see every day that we don't even see? And look how pissed off we are already. And that's why a lot of things are being withheld from us right now, because if we were to see what Esau's really doing, we'd have a heart attack. We'd be bugged out, and we'd be in a psych ward if we seen the full extent of Esau's wickedness. So that's why when it finally does get revealed to us all of his wickedness, that's going to be when we get that spiritual power, because then we're going to be able to act on our anger. But it ain't going to be our anger. It's going to be Yahweh by Shemeshah's anger. And his anger is infinite times more fierce than ours. For real. So very soon we're going to have that spiritual power. And we're going to do double to these heathens. We're going to do double to these 2/3. We're going to do double to these devils. We're going to get every single one of them. We're going to be unstoppable. No one's going to stop us. No one's going to get in our way. And that day we're going to get our revenge on everyone. And ain't no one going to stop us. For real. The Israelite man is going to get his respect once again. And everyone's going to bow down to us. Everyone's going to be shutting the fuck up. And that day, there ain't going to be no such thing as a scoffer. There ain't going to be no such thing as a non-believer. There ain't going to be no such thing as a feminist. Nope. When people see the Israelite man with his power, ain't no one going to talk shit. For real. Oh, and that's a spirit. As I said that, right? I just seen a plane flying by me. Yeah, and that day, we're going to be flying up to airplanes. We're going to punch through the fucking cockpit, throw the pilot out, let the plane crash through the ground. Yo, and that day we're going to be unstoppable. We're going to fly right up to an airplane. We're going to be able to hold it in our hand like a paper airplane and throw it in any direction we want and control it. Throw that shit right through a building like a dart, hitting a dartboard. For real. We're going to be unstoppable. Yo, so when we get that spiritual power, we're going to have some fun. We're going to have some fun. We're not only going to be fighting these devils, these heathens, these 2/3. We're going to be fighting Esau's experimental lab creatures. We're going to be fighting Esau's robots. Esau's gonna have his advanced technology, and we're still gonna be fucking him up. Like, you know how they have the Transformers, right? Well, Esau actually has Transformers. Like when he could like sit inside of a robot, and it has the controls like a video game controller, and he can make a shoot, jump, punch, kick. Esau really got that, and we're still gonna fuck him up. Esau's gonna have the terror on one side, on fully automatic. We're just gonna be dodging that shit. We're gonna zoom right up to him, and we're gonna throw a kick right at the legs and fucking snap that shit in half, make a fall to the ground. Esau's gonna be like, oh shit. And then we're gonna punch our fist right through the window. And then we're gonna grab him out of it by the throat, hold him up in the air, and we're gonna choke him so hard to where his head fucking explodes and to where his eyes pop out of his head. For real, ain't no one gonna mess with us in that day. For real. Like the same way when they tried to gang up on Elijah and he made fire rain down from heaven and he killed 100 of them. First he killed one set of 50 and then he killed another set of 50. Yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing. Yep, it says 1 man shall put 1,000 to death and 2 shall put 10,000 to flight. And that's literal. So just one Israelite man is going to have the power to put 1,000 men to death. And that's coming back in these last days. Yes, so Yahweh, Shem and Shai, he's going to fully avenge us. And it says that in Luke the 18th chapter, how Yahweh shall avenge his elect and how he shall avenge us speedily. Yahweh of the elect. For real. Imagine a bunch of tanks coming at you, a bunch of helicopters, a bunch of foot soldiers, and then you snatch a light pole out of the ground, and then you bend that shit in the shape of a boomerang, and you throw it, and it hits every single one of them, puts every single one of them to death, and then it comes back at you. Imagine that. We're going to be doing that. We're going to be doing that. For real. And then you may have a dude in the Transformer come at you, and then you bent it in the shape of a bow, right? And I mean, in a boomerang, straighten it back out. Like, you know how you could bend a paperclip, like in any shape you want, and then put it back in the previous position? Yeah, we're going to have supernatural strength to be able to bend metal like that in light poles. Yeah, bend it back to where it's straight, and then throw that shit like a javelin, make it impale his chest and put him to death. For real, and that day, we're going to turn anything into a weapon. We're going to have control over all the elements. We're going to control everything. We're going to control everything in that day. For real, no matter where we are. Because Esau controls everything on a kind of level. Like he has the Navy SEALs, the sea, air, land. Esau has Marine police. Esau has police, like, he has environmental police. Esau got air marshals. Esau, he has a type of law enforcement for everything. He has ICE, the immigration law enforcement and everything. Yeah, Esau, he has everything on lock right now. But very soon, we're going to have everything on lock. Yeah, so no matter where we are, we're going to be able to manipulate anything. Shoot, no matter whether you're in water or something. Shoot, you may get snatched up. Esau may have you on a submarine in handcuffs, trying to bring you to an underwater bunker to interrogate you and stuff. And then you may get spiritual powers right then and there. Bust right out of the submarine, and then levitate up in the air. And then they're going to all still be on the submarine. And then you'll be able to create like a whirlpool. And then make the submarine suck down to the bottom of the ocean. And then you're going to whistle. And then Leviathan's going to hear you. And then Leviathan's going to eat that submarine like a Tic Tac. We're going to control the animals. We're going to control the demons. We're going to control everything. We're going to control the weather. Everything's going to be under our control. For real, if you're being chased by police, all of them are in a bunch of cruisers, you'll be able to shoot some ice on the ground, make a layer of ice, and then make the car spin and flip out of control. Ain't nothing gonna be impossible for us. For real, we're gonna be fucking everyone up in that day. Ain't no one gonna mess with us. For real, we're about to have power that's never been seen before. For real, like, people just seeing our power, even if we don't even do nothing to them, they're still going to be having heart attacks just by what they're seeing, because they're going to be so afraid, because we're going to be doing stuff that people only thought existed in movies. This is the power that we got coming. For real, we're going to fuck everyone up in that day. Shit, you're gonna freaking levitate someone up like in the downtown of your city, like in the business district, where all the skyscrapers are, and you may bring them in front of a whole bunch of skyscrapers lined up, and then you're just gonna toss them up in the air, and then punch the shit out of him and make him fly through a row of buildings and come all the way out to the other side and make him fall to his death back to the ground. This is what we're going to be doing. Ain't nothing going to be impossible for us. Nothing. For real. We're going to be able to make people spontaneously combust, light people on fire, spit fire out of our mouth. We're going to be able to shoot fire out of our hands. Like Mario from Super Smash Brothers and Luigi. We're going to be able to do anything. Ain't nothing going to be impossible for us. And you're going to use any weapon you want that day. We're going to be able to make it supernaturally appear in our hand. Nunchucks, swords, three-section staff, boomerangs, anything. Twin swords. We're going to be doing all that stuff. For real, like when Yahawah Shemashah says how in that day none shall deliver. Yep, that's true. Nothing's going to be able to deliver. And that's why we got to wait upon that spiritual power. Because in these carnal bodies, we can't do nothing. We need power up from on high to be able to conquer all of our enemies. Because fighting carnally, having guns, knowing a little bit of martial arts, that is not going to cut it. Because it even says in Isaiah how the enemy shall come in like a flood. So we're going to be surrounded at all angles everywhere. And the only way to be able to get through this is going to be by supernatural interference. That is the only way. So Yahawah Shemashah got us. And Yahawah Shemashah, he can't wait to give us spiritual power so that we can fuck our enemies up. Because we've been getting fucked up for a long enough time. But now it's going to be time for us to fuck our enemies up and we're going to get our revenge. For real, this power is close too. We don't got to wait much longer. The spiritual power's on the way. For real. Yeah, but that's an ill picture right there. Yeah, and much love to the brother Manat Tazak Ben Yamayan from the GMS San Francisco Bay Camp too. Yeah, he made all these beautiful pictures right here. Yeah, for real. And a staff is an ill weapon too. A staff is an ill weapon. Yeah, and that day we're going to have spiritual powers use a staff. We're going to be able to shoot projectiles out of the staff. You're going to be able to jump 100 feet up in the air and then slam back to the ground and then stab the pole into the ground and make an explosion come out of it. Make electricity come out of it. And that day we're going to be able to do anything. For real. And that day, instead of just having a staff, you'll snap it in two and then you'll have two sticks in your hand instead of one. And then you'll be able to do all sorts of tricks and flips and twists, fucking up 1,000 people at a time. And then when you want to make it become one again, you'll just supernaturally put it back into one and make it conjoin back together. Ain't nothing gonna be impossible for us. Yo, in that day, you're gonna be able to twirl a bow so fast that when the devil tries to shoot you with an AK-47, you're gonna spin the bow so fast that it's gonna deflect all the bullets and make it go back at him. And that day, you're gonna be able to twirl a bow so fast that you're gonna be able to jump up in the air, twirl it around, and it's gonna levitate you and fly you around like a helicopter. That's the type of power that we're gonna have. For real, we're gonna be able to do anything. Anything you put your mind to and greater, we're gonna be able to do it, because Yahweh Shai said that anything is possible to him that believeth. All things are possible to him that believeth. Yes, so in that day, nothing will be impossible to us, nothing at all. For real, so that's some amazing power that we're going to have. You're going to be able to make tsunamis, shoot a blast in the water, and make a big-ass 1,000-foot wave swallow up an entire city. We're going to be doing that. We're going to do all sorts of things. You're going to be able to sprint 1,000 miles an hour towards a building, and then jump up, and then shoulder ram the building, and make the building tip over, make it hit another building, and make the building hit another building like a bunch of dominoes falling. For real, we're going to be able to smack buildings over, make it fall on a big-ass crowd of people. For real, yo, in that day, we're going to be able to do anything we want to do. For real. We got some serious power coming. You're gonna be able to summon icicles, shoot icicles at people, make them stab people in the heart, make icicles rain out of the sky. For real, we're gonna be able to do anything you want. Anything. Turn into a giant and stomp people to death. For real, being able to throw buses at people the same way you throw a spiral in football. For real, yo, when we get that power, we're gonna be fucking people up. And that day ain't gonna be no mercy. After all the hell that we went through, when Yahawah Shemshah raised us up, like we are truly gonna be a terror unto this place. Like how it says in Isaiah the 19th chapter, how it says Judah shall be a terror unto Egypt. Yep, and guess what? All the tribes are gonna be a terror unto Egypt. We're gonna be a terror amongst the entire planet. We're catching hell everywhere, no matter where Israel is scattered. We're catching hell. We're being trodden down upon. We're being laughed at. People talking shit about us, being oppressed, being harassed, being brutalized by police. So when we get that spiritual power, now it's going to be our turn to do the brutalizing. And it's going to be their turn to get their ass whooped. For when that time comes, we're going to be fucking people up. For real. We're going to be fucking people up so badly. For real, you're gonna be able to rip someone's arms out of their sockets and then smack them in the face with their own hands. For real, we're gonna be having fun on that day. We're gonna be having fun. And that day, we won't have to put our hands on someone. We'll just walk up right in front of their face and we'll turn into a monster by shape-shifting and we'll just make them have a heart attack. We're gonna have fun with it. For real. We're going to be able to summon up demonic clowns and make the clowns chase them. Or put a spear inside of a teddy bear. Or inside of like a little doll or an action figure. And we'll make that action figure or a teddy bear or a doll run around with a butcher knife and chase them to death. For real, yo, we're going to be doing some crazy shit when that time comes. Like in that movie Chronicle. That Chronicle movie with Michael B. When they went in the cave when they discovered spiritual power. When they found that crystal or whatever. And when they went inside that store and he made the teddy bear levitate and it scared the little girl. Yeah, we're going to be doing that to people. We're going to be able to jump in people's dreams and give them nightmares. We're going to be able to put someone in a nightmare and whatever happens in that nightmare, it's going to actually happen to them in real life. For real, we're gonna be doing some crazy shit to these people. Yahawah Shemshah, he's going to avenge us on a scale greater than what we can even imagine. We're going to get our revenge. For real. We are going to get our revenge. And ain't no one stopping us either. We are unstoppable. We are gods. We got some serious power coming. Sure, you may come across a bitch that scoffed at you or talk shit. And you're going to make all of her hair fall out. You're going to be able to instantaneously make her bald. We're going to be doing that type of stuff to people. For real, make someone's teeth fall out of their mouth. We're going to be able to do anything. We're going to be able to paralyze people. We're going to do anything we want to do. We're going to be able to turn people blind. Make them deaf. Make them be unable to speak. We're going to be able to make people act like animals. Like the same way Yahawah made Nebuchadnezzar act like an animal. The Babylonian king. The Hamite. Yeah, we're going to have the power to do that. Yeah, you know what's crazy too? Like my ex, she knows a lady that was into witchcraft and all that. And I guess she didn't hold up her end of the deal or something. When it came to some like voodoo deal or something. And this guy told her that she's going to have a son. And her son is going to crawl on his belly like a snake. And guess what? When he was born, right? He was born unable to use his arms. So when he walks, like his legs are kind of messed up too. So when he walks, he has to use like those crutch things. You know, the ones that have like that ring that you put your hands into. And then you gotta like kind of like twist your hips as you walk with them. Yeah, he has to walk with those. But when he walks without them, he kind of has to crawl like a snake, kind of like a sail. And he has to drag his hands upon the ground just to make the rest of his body like move forward. Yep, so if these Levites and these 2/3 and devils and heathens can do that type of stuff on the left-hand side, imagine what we're going to do on the right-hand side. Because the power on the right-hand side is greater than the power on the left-hand side. Yeah, but that shit's no joke. Yeah, we're going to be able to paralyze people. We're going to be able to take, we're going to be able to liquefy someone's bones so they don't have any bones no more, and they're going to be like a mouse. For real, when we get that spiritual power, ain't nothing going to be closed off to us. For real. You're going to be able to transform someone back to a baby. You're going to be able to transform a grown phone, You're going to be able to transform a fully grown adult back to a baby. Like in our Mortal Kombat. When you do a babality, yeah, we're going to do that in real life. To where they can't walk, crawl. To where they have no teeth. To where they can't talk. To where they got to wear diapers again. We're going to have that power. Anything's going to be possible for us. For real. We're gonna be able to summon up giant boulders that are like 20 feet big, like 20 feet tall, that weigh like 100 tons, and you're gonna be able to roll them down the street with the regular speed of a normal-sized bowling ball, and make it roll over cars, make it roll over people, and flatten them out like pancakes, destroying tanks, going right through buildings. For real, yo, and Esau's really gonna try fighting us. That's the crazy thing too. And Esau knows damn well he's going to get fucked up. Esau can't even handle Jake now when it comes to a regular one-on-one fight. And he's giving us GMO foods. He's giving us vaccinations. He's doing everything in his power that he can to destroy us. And we're still fucking this devil up. Yo, you ever see those videos where a Jake will get pulled over? And he'll fight the cop before the cop gets the chance to pull his gun out? Yo, these 2/3 Jakes be beating the shit out of these cops. So they can't even handle us now. Just imagine when we get that spiritual power. It's going to be game over for them. It is going to be game over. For real. That's when everyone's going to stop talking shit. Everyone's going to respect us. Like how it says in Psalms 110:3. It says, thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power. Yeah, so everyone's going to be willing very soon. Everyone's going to be willing. No one's going to be running their mouth no more. All the mouth running, the shit talking, all the scoffing, unbelieving, that's all about to stop. That's all about to stop. For real. We're going to be doing some damage very soon. Yep, and we're going to put the spirit on people just to fight us. Because when they see that spiritual power, they're going to be too scared. So we're going to put a spear on them just to make them come at us. Just so we can have some fun. Shoot, we're going to just grab someone by the collar and throw them 1,000 feet up in the air. And then let them go all the way up and fall back down. And make them splat like Humpty Dumpty. Make them splat like an egg. We're going to be fucking people up very badly. For real, shooting energy blasts out of our hands. Being able to shoot electricity out of our hands. Being able to make tornadoes, make earthquakes. Ain't nothing going to be impossible for the men of the Lord. For real. Ain't nothing going to be impossible. For real. Fucking up 1,000 dudes at once. One dude comes at you, tries to throw a punch, you duck under him, sweep him off his feet, make him flip and fall right on his tailbone and make him fall flat on his ass, disorient him, leave him there. Another dude comes at you, you grab him by the ankles, and then you swing him around, make him hit like 5 dudes that have surrounded you. Then they all fall to the ground, and then you're still holding on to him, and then you throw him into a wall. Boom, he's disabled. And then a bunch of other dudes come at you. One has a knife. You take his hands, and then you turn the knife around while he's still holding it, but your hands are on top of his hands. Make him stab himself in the stomach, then throw him to the ground. Boom, he's done. Another dude comes with an axe. Boom, you take the axe out of his hand, chop his hand off with it. And then he tries to hit you with his other hand, chop that hand off. And then you fucking put the axe in his head, take it out. Boom, he's done. And then all the other dudes are looking around all scared. And then you take the axe, and then you bang it into the ground, and then you make electricity course through the floor, and you make a shock and electrocute every single one of them. Boom, now they're all dead. Yo, we're gonna be doing some crazy shit. Yo, That's why spiritual power is so fun to talk about, because when it comes to spiritual power, there's literally like unlimited ideas. Like talking about spiritual power never gets boring. For real, we're gonna be doing some crazy shit. For real. For real. And a lot of you dudes, like a lot of you Akim, tell me about some of the fights that you got into like when you were younger, before the truth and all that, and y'all be beating the shit out of people. Just imagine what you're gonna do with spiritual power when you're immortal. We're gonna have unlimited energy. We're never gonna get tired. We're gonna have unlimited endurance. You're gonna have unlimited flexibility. You're gonna be able to contort your body in any which way you want. You're gonna be able to do a front split, middle split, side split. You're gonna be able to do a lotus, handstand, one-arm handstand. You're gonna be able to put your body in any position. Yep, so you're gonna be doing some crazy shit. For real. You're gonna have one dude behind you, one dude in front of you. They're both gonna charge at you full speed. And then once they both come at you, you're just gonna jump up in the air, do a backflip. Make them both run into each other, and then they're both gonna fall to the floor with their heads right next to each other. And then while you're still up in the air, you're just gonna slam down and then stomp the both of their heads in as you're coming down. For real, like, yo, it's gonna be amazing. For real, like, we're gonna be doing some amazing stuff. We're gonna be truly unstoppable when that time comes. Yet that's why it says, we shall be like young lions among the flocks of sheep, who, if he go through, both treadeth down and teareth in pieces, and none can deliver. Yes, so no one's going to be able to deliver in that day. No one's going to stop us. And that's why we got to wait upon Yahweh, Shem Yahshai, and the wait is the hardest part. Sure, we want to do some damage now, but we got to wait. That's why Yahweh said, wait till I rise up to the prey, for it is my determination to gather the nations. Yes, so we got to wait upon Yahweh, Shem Yahshai, and the wait is almost over with. We're going to have that power very soon. For real, and that day we're going to make trees attack people. We're going to make their branches and their vines stretch out, make them grab people by the throat, make them grab them by the ankles and their hands, and tie people down and choke people to death. The trees are going to take their branches and be bashing people over the head. And that day, everything's going to be a weapon. Shoot, in that day, you may get into a fight. You may be in there like one of those pine trees. You're going to make the needles reinforce, like as if they're like sewing needles or like projectiles. And you're going to fling them at people right off of the tree and into people the same way a porcupine shoots its quills out. And it's going to fling at people like needles. And that day, nothing would be impossible for us. Yeah, hunting season is almost here. That's why brothers are getting more spiritual power dreams, more spiritual power visions. You're getting more spiritual power ideas. Yep, and very soon you're about to be doing it. That spiritual power is already here. If you believe in spiritual power, then you already got it. You got to speak it into existence as if you already have it. Yep, because if you could see it in your mind, then you can hold it in your hand. Everything begins with a thought, and then everything physically manifests. We're going to have a lot of fun with that spiritual power. You're going to have electricity coursing through your body. Hey, because guess what? Even animals have spiritual power. Like when it comes to eels can shock people. So guess what? We're going to shock people. We're going to have it to where whenever someone touches us that we don't like, if they try to punch us in the face or kick us, or if they try to slam us or put us in a chokehold or something, then them touching us is going to electrocute them. And it's going to put them to death. Yep, we're going to have power like a poison dart frog, to where if someone touches us, it's going to poison them and it's going to make them drop dead immediately. And that day, ain't nothing going to be able to fuck with us. We're going to be unstoppable. You're going to be able to spin your body in a tornado, like the Tasmanian Devil off of Cartoon Network. We're going to be able to do that in real life. Spin so fast that you make a tornado. Nothing's going to be impossible for the men of the Lord. Nothing at all. Yep, we're going to be able to run like the Roadrunner, to where when you run really fast and you stop, you're going to skid on the ground and like the ground's going to collect up. Like, you know how when you spread frosting on a cake, right? And you take the butter knife and you just go all along one side and it builds up along the knife and it piles up? Yeah, we're going to be able to run so fast and then stop and skid on the ground to where it makes the ground pile up and to where it leaves our footprints in the concrete. That's how fast we're going to run. Ain't nothing going to be impossible for us. For real, we're truly going to be invincible because we're gods. We were made to be immortal. So we're going back to our immortal state. If someone tries to run you over, the car's going to shatter like glass. And it's going to crumple away. Like, you know how you do a bonfire, right? And how everything is like solid at first, like all the wood, the logs and everything. But then several hours later, you see the fire pit the next morning. And then everything is all disintegrated to where you just touch it and it all just disintegrates like ash. Where it's like just basically nothing. Yeah, if someone tries to run us over or something, the moment it comes in contact with us, the car, the vehicle, the tank, whatever, it's going to disintegrate like ash, just go poof. And it's going to be gone. Yeah, but we're just going to still be standing there, untouched, unharmed, and unaffected. So we got true power coming to us. We got some serious power coming to us. Shoot, we're gonna just rip a door off the hinges and just throw that shit like a frisbee and make it slice someone's neck off. You're gonna be able to lift up a car with one hand and then snatch the tires off with the other hand and then roll the tires down the street like bowling balls and make them kill people. That's the power that we got coming. For real, we're going to use everything as weapons. We're going to be able to use throwing knives, daggers, throwing stars. And those are some badass weapons right there. There's even a scripture where one of our forefathers, he threw some throwing knives in a heathen's heart and it killed him. Hit him right in the heart. Yeah, we're going to be doing that again. We're going to have perfect accuracy to where we never miss. Like, you ever see those crazy basketball trick shots where somebody would be like 100 feet away from a basketball hoop and they'll shoot it in backwards, or they'll bounce it off of a wall at a certain angle and then it'll bounce off another wall and then go right into the hoop and just go swoosh. Yeah, and that day we're going to have perfect accuracy. And that day ain't nothing going to be impossible. Yeah, we got to be meditating upon this, praying upon this. We got to be speaking it into existence and hastening the day. We're getting our power. We already got the power. It's only becoming more and more amplified. For real, flying, supernatural speed, supernatural strength. You're going to be able to juggle tanks. You're going to be able to lift up a building. You're going to be able to throw a building in the air the same way you throw like a paper ball in the air. The same way you crumple up like a piece of paper and it's all pretty much weightless and you can just throw it up as high as you want. Yeah, we're going to be able to throw up buildings like that. Nothing's going to be impossible. Nothing. We can do anything we want to do. Because nothing is impossible with YAHAWAH Hashem Yahushai. For real, we got some serious power coming, so remember this. When our hell breaks loose, we're going to get our revenge, and even before then, we are not going to be left hanging. YAHAWAH Hashem Yahushai got us. But it's time for payback season, because our enemies have been trotting us down for way too damn long now. But now we're about to get our revenge on them. Every single one of them. We're going to be able to absorb projectiles right into our skin, like Majin Buu, to where if somebody hits us with a machine gun or a Gatling gun or like any fully automatic gun, we're going to make the bullets absorb into our skin like quicksand, and then we're going to take a deep breath, and then we're going to clench our fists, and we're going to make them shoot back out, right out of us, and make them hit them. Feel like whatever they try to use on us, we're going to use it against them. Ain't nothing going to work on us. For real, to where, like, if a bunch of people are trying to shoot us, then we'll put a force field around us and make the bullets absorb right into our force field and just be stuck there. And then once they run out of ammo, once their clips go empty, we're just gonna turn their bullets around and make them shoot all back at them. For ain't nothing gonna be impossible. Nothing. For we're gonna do anything. And Yahawah Hashem Shai, he ain't letting these heathens get away with what they have done. We're gonna get our revenge on every single one of them. And judgment is gonna begin with these 2/3 too, and these fallouts, and these fake ass dudes. We're gonna get them first. Yep, all the scoffers, the ones that talk shit, the sellouts, the agents. Yep. So we're gonna get those motherfuckers first. For real. Yeah, for all the scoffing that they did, they want to run their big ass mouth on the comment board all the time. We're gonna shove our hand down their throat, and we're gonna rip their vocal cords out of their fucking throat. For real. And that day, we're gonna be able to shove our hand down their throat. We're gonna rip their lungs out of their fucking mouth. And their lungs are still gonna be deflating and inflating in our hand, and we're gonna squeeze the lungs and make it burst like a fucking balloon. For we're gonna get our revenge on every single one of them. They ain't escaping. Ain't none of them escaping. We're getting them first because they're the worst. We're getting every single one of them. Yep, so hunting season is about to begin. I pray that all this was an edifying lesson. I pray that all this was a faith-boosting and spiritually uplifting video. And with that, I want to say shalom and peace.